Hey guys, the Bot Builder back for another video, and this is Robot Wars Omega Series 1 Heat C. Yes, we've already done the first two heats, and we already have two robots in the grand finals in Rapid and Donald Thump, as well as 4 robots in the 10-way, which are Eruption, Dansom Kia, Plan B, and Lucky. But there are still several places left to fill, so let's not hesitate and get straight into this heat. And this heat's bound to be an awesome one, filled with lots of experience, legends, and even a couple of underdogs. It's bound to be one awesome show. Behemoth, Lifter Flipper, Demolition Evo, Lifter, Yin and Yang, Horizontal Spinner Cluster Bot, Hit, Flipper, Firestorm 6, Front Hinged Flipper, Seeded number 3, Intergalactic, Flipper. Okay, so now that we've seen the robots, here's how they line up in the group stages. So in Group A, we will see Yin and Yang, Hit, and Firestorm 6. That should be a good fight. That should be a good group, that. But first, in Group A, we have the third seeds Intergalactic, Behemoth, and Demolition Evo. So let's get straight to our first fight, which will be Behemoth against the number 3 seeds Intergalactic. And in the core patrol zone for the CPZs, he's Drunkard and Shunt and the Demo Man combined. It is Virus. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. No. Activate. Now, honestly, this fight should be a very good one. We have two very good machines in both Behemoth and Intergalactic. Intergalactic seeded third due to them winning the Account Mayhem. But Behemoth aren't one machine to scoff at either. They've got a very nice flipping scoop, but can they get in underneath Intergalactic, the Account Mayhem champion? That's the reason they're ranked so highly. Behemoth throwing Intergalactic up and over. Intergalactic self-rising. Intergalactic comes back with a great flip onto Behemoth. And Behemoth upended, and Behemoth are certainly having tons of trouble here. Now, Behemoth, the middleweight Behemoth, Minimoth, are the middleweight champions. So can the big brother replicate some success here? Getting in a good flip right down to Intergalactic. Intergalactic, no, come back with a strong flip right down to Behemoth and throwing them around and around and around. And Behemoth are certainly struggling here. Intergalactic now throwing them straight to the arena sidewall. This is a very impressive show from Intergalactic. Throwing Behemoth once again, and you can see why they've seeded third due to their Account Mayhem win. You can see how they won the Account Mayhem. Behemoth, though, bringing down the axe and coming in with a good hit right down to Intergalactic. Intergalactic, they do the Stream X self-right. That's to save the power of the flipper, and also when the flipper breaks down, they don't have to worry about self-righting. And now they're currently launching Behemoth about here. Behemoth, they don't really have much of an answer to this little flipper. It isn't the biggest machine in the world, but it's very compactly made and it's very low to the ground. A very well-made robot. And Behemoth's now flipping Intergalactic up and over. Now, I should say Intergalactic representing Joshdoingthings, Lego and Hot Wheels. Behemoth getting flipped away, and now they're stuck on those little roll bars at the back. Intergalactic getting right underneath Behemoth once more, and very nearly getting them up and out of the arena. Behemoth certainly struggling here. Now Behemoth, they're always one machine known for having tons of bad luck, and well, you can't get any more bad luck than getting drawn up against a great machine like Intergalactic. And Behemoth are in tons of trouble, getting flipped away, and in comes Virus, coming in trying to cover that grabbing arm. Behemoth in tons of trouble and getting lifted up by Virus, getting grabbed right there, and oh, Intergalactic even having the gall to take on our house robots, and Behemoth getting chucked around, but Intergalactic, they aren't able to get the knockout blow in onto Behemoth. Could that be something decisive later on? Oh, Intergalactic stuck up against the arena sidewall then. They looked in trouble, and Behemoth getting flipped and stuck on the arena sidewall, but they do get back down, and now they're trying to come with a good flip onto Intergalactic at the side. Intergalactic throwing Behemoth up and over once more, and Behemoth are certainly in tons of trouble, and oh, and they're out the arena just like that. And it was only a matter of time, really, wasn't it? Especially with a strong flipper like Intergalactic in the ring. Intergalactic, they get 3 points. Oh, very unlucky to Behemoth there. Always been one for bad luck. They're always bridesmaids, but never the brides. And they're out the arena. Intergalactic, they pick up 3 points. I bet Joshdoingthings, Lego and Hot Wheels would be pleased about that. So now we're moving on to our next fight, and it's a battle of the scoops. It's Behemoth against Demolition Evo. Should be a good fight. Now, we don't really have a house rope with the scoop per se, but we have one with a really tough as hell wedge. So Rhino will do. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Now, both robots, both have scoops, but that's where the similarity ends. Behemoth, driven by wheels. Demolition Evo, driven by tracks. Behemoth is kind of more of a flipper. It can even double as a lifter as well, though. Whereas Demolition Evo is a strict lifter. It's all about getting in that lift, getting right underneath of that good lifter and pushing robots into the arena sidewall. And they're trying to push Behemoth right here and lifting them up. Behemoth in tons of trouble right now at the minute. And Demolition Evo certainly are proving to be very effective. Behemoth getting pushed away. And Behemoth are having tons of trouble dealing with Demolition Evo, it would seem. And Demolition Evo getting right underneath them and are pinning them against the arena sidewall. The scoop is incredibly tough. So it's also very durable at deflecting spinners. We saw them in the Robot Wars Omega versus Fan-Made Robot Wars Special where they fought Rogue 2 and they won. That's former's runner-up of Robot Wars Armageddon. Behemoth are the reigning champions of Robot Wars Armageddon, might I remind you. And now Demolition Evo are certainly taking control of Behemoth and lifting them up. And Behemoth are just struggling against them here. And Behemoth seem to be having tons of trouble here. And honestly, this could be a major upset. I thought Behemoth had a pretty fair chance at this heat, you know. But they really are struggling. And now they're trying to control Demolition Evo. Who did that? It says on the underbelly. It was Behemoth who did that. But now Demolition Evo pushing Behemoth back. And now Behemoth are struggling. Demolition Evo trying to come in at the side and control them and lift them and topple them. Behemoth on their face, it would seem, on the front scoop. Behemoth self-rise. But they really aren't doing too greatly, are they? The boys from Hemel Hempstead. Kane Aston, Ant Pritchard. Don't know the name of the other one. But yeah, Kane Aston and Ant Pritchard. Those are the ones. And Demolition Evo gets flipped up and over. And look at the Shremek. The Shremek seems to be in like a fair bit of trouble there. It's sort of wedged open. And is their Shremek broken, perhaps? Could that be a telling point? Like, they won't be able to use their scoopers effectively when flipped. But honestly, I think it's too little too late here. But that will be good damage points for Behemoth. And Demolition Evo get flipped up and over once more. And Behemoth trying to come with the axe. And are they going to try and use their signature technique? Yes, they're doing the grapple. They're doing the grapple. Oh, couldn't really take them that far. But honestly, that damage that they sustained to the Shremek could be telling here. Because it's wedged open. They can't self-right. They don't need to. It's invertible, but it's important so they can use the scoop more often. But they are still getting right underneath Behemoth and pushing them. And this fight is going to go to the judge's decision. Who will come out on top in this? The Battle of the Scoops. Well, we're going to find out any second now. As it's going to go down to the judges to decide who wins this. Behemoth self-right Demolition Evo right at the end. But who comes out on top? Demolition Evo, the Shremek, sustaining some damage. But the judges have made the decision based on damage, control, and aggression. And surprisingly, it's a split decision. For control, they've given it to Demolition Evo. For damage, they've given it to Behemoth due to the damage they got on the Shremek. So it comes down to aggression. But no contest here. They're giving it to Demolition Evo. Demolition Evo beat Behemoth. Surprisingly, a split decision that. But using the judging criteria we use, yeah, I mean, it would be. Behemoth, they're beaten. What a surprise that is. So now we're here at the final fight of the first group. Both robots got a win against Behemoth. However, Intergalactic are at 3 points, whereas Demolition Evo are only sitting at 2. But whoever wins this will go into the heat final. And overseeing this fight, it is the beast, the monster, Rhino. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Oh, this is going to be a good fight here. We got two very good robots in a flipper and a lifter. Intergalactic, the third seeds, the Account Mayhem champions, getting right on these Demolition Evo and throwing them over and sending them spiraling there. And Demolition Evo getting right underneath Intergalactic. Intergalactic using the Shriek to self-frighten. They get sent flying through the air, and again, already Intergalactic are proving to be a monster of a robot. Oh my god, is monster going to be the word that I keep saying? This hashtag not sponsored by Monster Energy Drink. Oh god, I just said hashtag, that made me go inside a little. You know what, maybe I should just stop talking and let you listen to these robots collide with each other for a little bit. Nah, that's kind of boring. I'm going to go back to commentating. Anyway, Demolition Evo is currently not really doing too much to Intergalactic here, because Intergalactic, their main key strength is that they're just so low to the ground. They might not have the same killing potential that other flippers have, but it's just so low. This is how they won the Account Mayhem. This is how they won against robots like Silver Sterling and Guru and Metal 2. Was just how low the robot is. And Demolition Evo, their Shriek seems to have been damaged once more. You saw it wedging out open a little bit. This seems to be a bit of an issue with Demolition Evo. And they're getting flung away. Intergalactic trying to get right underneath Demolition Evo. Demolition Evo getting flipped up and away. And Intergalactic throwing them about. And who did that? Who did that? Well, Intergalactic did that. I mean, who else could have done it? Would it be Rhino? No. But now Intergalactic sends Demolition Evo flying away. And oh, another strong flip. Demolition Evo, they aren't really doing a whole lot here, but now they're coming in with that lifting scoop, and now they can hopefully take control of Intergalactic. And could this be where they're tied in a battle turns? No, it's not. Intergalactic gets away, and now they're throwing Demolition Evo once more, and Demolition Evo getting flipped into the arena sidewall and getting flung about. Intergalactic throwing Demolition Evo, and up and over they go once again, landing on the Shriek. Their Shriek must be suffering tons of damage, it would seem. Intergalactic certainly dominating here, but they don't have the killing potential. And this could come back to bite them in the butt later on in the tournament, but for now, I think it's going to, well, give them a very nice victory against Demolition Evo. It's sort of like a kid just kicking a football around. This just a plaything to them. They're just throwing Demolition Evo about. The House Robots haven't really needed to do a whole lot, have they? And Intergalactic, if they're beating a really good machine like Demolition Evo like this, well, it could be one to be feared. But for now, it does go to the judges, where they'll mark on damage, control, and aggression. And the judges have made their decision based on damage, control, and aggression. It's unanimous. They've given it to Intergalactic. Yes, well on to them. Not really too surprising. Demolition Evo didn't really get to do a whole lot, did they? Just got flipped around and bullied. Just for quick confirmation, here's how the scores look. So the winner, Intergalactic win the heat win the group with 5 points, whereas Behemoth with 0 and Demolition Evo with only 2 points. They're going into the Losers Rumble. But who will join Intergalactic in the Heat final? Will it be fan favourites Yin and Yang, Antweight Anarchy runners-up Hit, or the multiple-time third-place finishers of Robot Wars, Firestorm 6? Well, it's Hit versus Yin and Yang first, so let's get to the arena to see who will win this first fight. And in the core patrol zone for the CPZs, it's the matriarch of Mayhem. It's Matilda. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So, Hit are going to need to play tactically here if they want to take care of the Clusterbots Yin and Yang. Both are very powerful horizontal spinners, and getting in a nice hit on Hit there. Hit getting knocked away by the spinners. And currently right now they're revving up to speed, but Hit using the back panel to knock them away. And now they're getting right underneath for that flipper. trying to fling them away, and oh, a good strong flip right there, hit, sending Yin and Yang, launching skyward and hit, getting right underneath them and throwing Yang up and over. Yang are in trouble, so that just leaves Yin, and this is the issue with Yin and Yang, neither of them can self-right. They are both very powerful spinners, but they don't have Stream X, and that has always been the downfall for them. And hit flips over Yin, and that looks like it's over for them. And hit didn't really need to do a whole lot to them. Matilda coming in. Oh, just playing with the poor little clusterbots now at this point. They are beaten. They are beaten, and they lost. They lost, didn't they? They're trying to use the spinner to defend themselves from Matilda. One of them goes out of the arena. The other one gets flipped up and over. Hit. They get the win. 6. Hit didn't really have to do too much there, but when you're dealing with robots that can't self-right and you're a flipper, you don't really need to. They get 3 points. And our next fight, Yin and Yang, hoping to get some points here against Firestorm 6. Can they do it? Well, Rhino and Virus won't make it easy for them. Rhino would probably slam them out the way, and Virus will probably give them the hug of death. Well, let's get to the arena to see who comes out on top. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Sorry about that. Activate. Sorry about that, my computer's just being terrible again. And it keeps pausing for some reason. Okay, hopefully we shouldn't have that issue now. Oh, look at that! Yang just bouncing up top of Firestorm, and Firestorm, they don't really know what to do, really. They got to deal with 2 little clusterbots. Both Yin and Yang, they are both middleweights, but they are both very destructive little robots. And Firestorm now trying to maybe use that front hinge flipper just to use that gyroscopic force against them and fling them away. Well, that's what they are trying to do right now at the minute against Yang. Firestorm getting right underneath Virus, and oh, they're having a go at Virus now. Graham Bone is always known for having a good go at the house robots. Firestorm trying to get right in underneath Yin and Yang bouncing and hopping and skipping and jumping away, and Firestorm trying to get right underneath them once more, trying to come with that front hinge flipper, and they're using it to great effect, flipping over one half of the clusterbots, and now they're going after Yin, and they're pushing our poor arena. Don't do that, Firestorm. Come on, really? You've got to do that. Firestorm now driving into Virus for some reason. That's not good control. Firestorm are often known for being good drivers, but now they're at the mercy of the house robots getting grabbed and clutched. But now Firestorm has to deal with the remaining half of Yin and Yang. And well, Yin revving up that spinner. Oh, Yang gets back down. Yang gets back down. Although honestly, I think they're immobilized for way too long. Honestly, Virus going after them. Thankfully, we're operating under new rules, though, where you have to eliminate both of them to get the win, and Firestorm just has to eliminate Yin, and Yin getting pushed back, and Firestorm using that front hinge flipper to get the other half up and over, and they got the other one up and over too. And now they're going after Virus. They know they've done it. They know that they've won, and now they're going after Virus. They can't really seem to flip them up and over, do they? I mean, they are the only front hinge flipper in this tournament. And they already are proven to be quite an effective one at that. Getting a good flip onto Virus. Virus lifting up poor Yang. We'll probably see Yang in the middleweight championship this year. Although honestly, I think Yin and Yang, they need to go back and, well, give their robot Stream X. But for now, Firestorm 6 are the winners. 6. So despite some technical difficulties we had in that fight, that was a pretty good fight. Firestorm, they did struggle a little bit taking on those mini-bots, taking on those cluster bots, but eventually they did fight back strongly and beat them. Firestorm, they get the 3 points. Oh, this is getting intense. We have another important final fight in the groups, as both Hit and Firestorm are tied with 3 points. So whoever wins this will take on Intergalactic in the Heat finals. And overseeing the carnage is Rhino and Matilda. So let's see who will come out on top in this fight. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. No. Activate. Now, this is going to be a fight of which robot has the lower ground clearance here, and immediately Hit, getting right at the side of Firestorm. Firestorm getting knocked back down. Now Hit, runners-up of Anarchy. Firestorm, they've never became runners-up of a tournament, but they've gotten third place like 20,000 times. Oh wait, no, they were runners-up of the All-Stars literally too. Sorry, my bad. They also are the Commonwealth Carnage champions, and now they're pushing back against Hit, and Hit are in lots of trouble here. Hit on their side, and they're trying to use that flipper to get back down, and Hit are certainly struggling here. Firestorm flips Hit up and over, and Hit are certainly in trouble here. Firestorm trying to use that good control there to beat Hit. Hit, a very chaotic flipper. They're a very strong flipper. They are a very strong flipper, but Firestorm throwing them about, it would seem, and Hit are certainly struggling. And Firestorm taking care of them, but they've got to avoid Matilda's flywheel as she's coming in with the rear and hitting Firestorm at the side, causing awful damage to them. Hit certainly aren't in trouble though. Firestorm not so seemingly unfazed by the spinner, but Hit are seemingly struggling against the front hinge flipper of Firestorm. In comes Hit though, throwing Firestorm up on their side, and Firestorm are in trouble. Firestorm, can they self-right? Yes they do, but they're underneath Hit once again. And Hit, now they might catch Firestorm with the flipper. Rhino really hasn't done anything this heat, has he? He really hasn't. I mean, Matilda and Virus have done like minor stuff. This really hasn't been a heat about the house bots though. It's been a heat of, well, driving skill and control, which is nice for a change, instead of having the damage fest that we had last heat and the Uta fest the week before. And Firestorm now seemingly trying to take control of Hit though, but they can't seem to finish them off. Hit, they are a very strong flipper. That can self-right, but they don't really have an answer for that front plate on Firestorm. That plate is there to get better ground clearance, to get underneath robots easier, and it's certainly working. But Hit now getting it underneath them, and now they're getting it behind Firestorm and trying to flip them. Firestorm certainly getting Hit now coming back very strongly here. Matilda coming in with that rear flywheel. Firestorm trying to get right underneath Hit, and Firestorm are certainly doing very well, but so's Hit. This is a brilliant fight. Very close, very evenly matched between both robots, but Hit now getting right underneath Firestorm and throwing them. And Firestorm are in trouble now, and Hit sending them flying. Firestorm certainly suffering trouble near towards the end of the fight, but Firestorm! Oh my god! How on earth did they get that out in the arena flip? Firestorm, they just flipped Hit over the Perspex wall. I don't even know how they did that. Oh my god, that has to be one of the best Utas of the series. Honestly, so far I'm calling that Uta of the series. That was incredible. Firestorm, what a flip. I mean, I think we all know who's won this group based on the previous fights we've just seen, but in last place is Yin and Yang. They really need to fit a stream mech onto that robot, but Firestorm and Hit, that was a great fight, but Firestorm getting the Uta makes them 3 points ahead of Hit at 6 points. Really unfortunate for Hit to get such an unlucky draw. They're a really good machine, but they could get some luck here in the Losers Rumble. But they'll have to deal with Yin and Yang, Demolition Evo and Behemoth, where the winner will go into the 10 Robot Rumble. And in the core patrol zone for the CPZ, we have Matilda and Virus. And with 4 great machines, this is going to be one awesome Rumble. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Oh, this is going to be an awesome Rumble. I already know it, that this has the potential to be a brilliant fight. We have 4 awesome robots in here, and Ying going after Behemoth already. In comes Demolition Evo, getting in a good lift up onto Hit. Now, as I said, the winner of this will go straight into the 10 robot rumble. Already there are Eruption, Dansum Kia, Plan B, and Lucky. So which one of these 4 robots will join them? Well, Hit's getting right underneath Behemoth, flipping them up and over. That was a good flip right there. And trying to go after Demolition Evo. Demolition Evo getting flipped up onto their side. But they do self-right. And Demolition Evo now getting right underneath Hit. And Hit's getting pinned up against the arena sidewall by Demolition Evo. Demolition Evo certainly taking control. That was a brilliant self-right from Hit. Behemoth in trouble. And Matilda trying to flip Behemoth away. Demolition Evo trying to push them back and flipping Yin and Yang up, flipping Yin up and over. And that just leaves Yang left in it. Yang, can they survive? No, they can't. On their backs, and to the surprise of no one, the robot without the stream mech, in a heap full of lifting weapons, comes 6th place. But now Behemoth trying to take control of Demolition Evo and lifting them up. But in comes Matilda coming in that rear spinning flywheel. In comes Virus with that nice grabbing arm, getting a good hold of Yin, and are they going to place them on top of Yang? Yes, they do. But Behemoth are in the CPZ. They want to get out of there. So do both Hit and Demolition Evo. Hit, get out of there. Hit hasn't gotten out of there. Demolition Evo has, though. In 5 style, but they're now out the arena. So that just leaves both Behemoth and Hit flips Behemoth away. Hit, they want to get into the 10 robot rumble, but so do Behemoth. Behemoth crashing straight into the arena sidewall, but now they're flipping Hit up and over. Hit, can they self-right? Yes, but Behemoth throwing Hit back up and over, and Hit are in trouble. Behemoth certainly taking control of Hit right now at the minute. Hit certainly struggling and on the back foot as Behemoth are just dominating them. And they get them out of the arena in fantastic style. Out go the Antweight Anarchy runners-up. And through to the 10 robot rumble is Behemoth. Cease. And that's another 0-pointer through into the 10 robot rumble. This is the beauty of the losers rumble. We can have a robot go from a 0-pointer to into grand final contention, and Behemoth win the losers rumble. But now it's time for the heat final. And this is the heat final, and what an awesome one it is. We have the Account Mayhem champions and number 3rd seeds Intergalactic going up against the Wedge with the vicious front-hinge flipper of Firestorm. And overseeing this awesome heat final is Rhino and Virus. So let's get to the arena and see who's going to win this awesome fight. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate. Now, both robots definitely deserve to get in, but it is going to come down to which robot has the lower ground clearance, and Intergalactic seem to have the lower ground clearance based on that, but Firestorm do have the front hinge flipper that you should always watch out for, and Intergalactic getting flipped up by Firestorm. Firestorm trying to flip Intergalactic back, and Intergalactic certainly are in trouble, but Firestorm's wedge got stuck in the arena sidewall just then, but they were able to get free, and Firestorm gets flipped up and over. But they self-right, and Intergalactic now throwing Firestorm up and over once more. Firestorm on their backs, in trouble, struggling self-right, but they do so, and in comes Virus with a nice little grapple in onto Firestorm. Sort of giving them a little pinch just to be like, oh, hello. And Intergalactic now throwing Firestorm up and over once more. Firestorm throws Intergalactic onto their back. Intergalactic self-rights, and Firestorm pushing back, trying to put pressure onto the machine, trying to put pressure onto Intergalactic. Now, there is one way to beat Intergalactic. Get them on the side, but will Firestorm be able to do that? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, the robot has done it before in Guru, but the fight went to the judge's decision by then, so it didn't really matter. But Intergalactic self-rise, and now they're using their lifting weapon as sort of a grabber, and Firestorm gets slammed right there. Intergalactic getting right in at Firestorm. Firestorm getting lifted up, and Firestorm on their backs, and Intergalactic, oh my god, so close to getting them up and out the arena just then. That was incredibly close, and Firestorm gets thrown away, and again. This is an amazing fight right here. So close, so back and forth between two very strong flippers. Both robots really want to get into the grand final, and they're not going to let and they're not going to let their opponent get in the way of them getting into the final. Firestorm gets flipped away, but they use that explosive stream make. It's such an explosive self-righter. It's such a stylish way to self-right. But Firestorm now pressurizing in onto Intergalactic, and they're hoping to try and get them on the side that they can't self-right from. And Intergalactic are certainly struggling. Firestorm are pressurizing them, and Intergalactic seem to be in trouble. No! Oh, they use their flipper to get the robot back down! And Firestorm gets flung away! Oh my god, look at that! Firestorm! Look at where the wave went, it just pinged Intergalactic! I'm losing my voice! Intergalactic, look at that! We've seen it happen to Demolition Evo this heat, and it's now happened to them! It's now happened to them! Their stream mech has been wedged open, and I mean, they can't self-run! And Rhino slams them out the arena, and Firestorm take the gold. Cease. Wow, what a win for Firestorm. What an impressive win. Going into that, I really did think Intergalactic would win that, especially when we saw that they had the low ground clearance at the front, but you should never count out the driving skill of the Durham machine. And Firestorm, they fill in the 3rd place in the grand final. And with only 3 spots left, it's all to play for. And as we all know, one of those spots would go to our 10 Robot Rumble winner, who both Intergalactic and Behemoth have qualified for. But well done to Firestorm. They win the heat. They win Heat C. And we'll see you again next time for our penultimate heat, Heat D, which is certainly bound to be the heat of death.